I kicked my tripod. Live television, you know. Live television. Okay, well, I gotta get over to my page. I tried doing this at Prospecting with Ed and Jesse's Facebook page, but it didn't happen. Dennis, how you doing, brother? See, I got it up there like I told you, for the whole world to see. Hey, David, Jesse, Ronald. Hello, Mr. Mike Pung. How you doing? Did you have a good time in Washington over at, what was it, Cape Deception? Placer mining some of that Washington beach gold? Ronald? Yeah, I found out I was on my laptop earlier and something's messing up, but we'll see what we can do. I see my old prospecting partner from Washington State, Victor Manzo, is here. I would like to get out there next time I'm in Washington, Mike. I plan on it. Probably hit up David also and head out there since I'd be staying in Vancouver while I'm there. My friend Mike Brees is here, guy I work with. What's up, Michael? Oh, not much, Mr. Shelby. Just chatting with some of my prospecting buddies. Victor. Be sure to catch the West Coast edition of Prospectors Radio tonight, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard or Pacific Time. 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Gold Rush crew in Ireland, Mark. For all our Irish prospectors out there, a big shout out to the Irish gold digging crew. I'll let you know when I plan to go back home. I have another good friend of mine in the house, David Allensworth. Went to junior high school with David. Awesome guy, good friend of mine. I see Jerome's here, still down at the Loud Mine, getting some of that Georgia gold. Well, David, you're in Washington. There's beach plastering in Washington. I believe it's in the hands of the Parks Department, but check with the DNR, and probably in your Golden Fish pamphlet. I hear Point Disappointment is really good, and I'm sure, shoot, even out on Whidbey Island, I'm sure the sands in the sands all throughout the Puget Sound carries gold, you know. Skagit River drains some good gold country. The Columbia drains some doggone good gold country. And you know the Washougal goes into the Columbia. The Lewis River goes into the Columbia. Shoot. The Okanagan goes into there. The Chihuahua River goes into there. All of those have gold. I look forward to seeing what you got out beach plastering with David, Mike. Patrick Moore's in the house. David Bogan's in the house. I gave some of those rough gemstones Mita gave me to my grandson, David. I started him off young. He's always wanted stones from me, so I'm trying to give him good stuff for his collection. So thank you very much, David and Mita. Dennis Yeager's in the house. I still have yet to try out the beta pan, but Mike, I'm going to try out the bat pan, and I'm going to run a comparison with the gold claw, and even one of my favorite tools, the banjo pan. It's designed after an ancient pan. I'll probably butcher the pronunciation, but it's batia, hence bat pan. The batia is used a lot in Africa and stuff, in Asia. Could be wood or metal. Reminds me a lot of the Focus pan, but I don't know if you could see it. But it's kind of shaped like that. And this pan's supposed to work like it. I had a phone call from Bruce Sutherland, but I missed it. I just listened to the voicemail. I was going to pick his brain about it more, but we'll see how it goes. But all you know, I use my banjo pan all the time. A lot of times right here, right in my shop, running my cons. I love it as a cleanup sluice. The bat pan, Thomas. How are you, Thomas, folks? Actually, Indiana, Central Indiana chapter of the GPA is going to have an outing at Morgan Monroe State Forest here March 18th. If anyone's interested in going, contact Thomas Folks. No, I don't think I have as many pans as you, Dennis. But I do have some pretty cool ones. Here's the coolest one of them all. That's the coolest pan right there. But yeah, I love my banjo pan. The more I use the gold claw, the more I like it. I'm not sure about the bat pan. Do you have a bat pan, Thomas? I've been doing pretty good, Mark. You? I bet you do too, Mike. I bet you do too. How do you like your bat pan, Thomas? Ed Fragment, he donated his winnings from iPan for Gold to the demo cons for our demonstrations for wounded vets and vets. He said he liked it. Yeah, David, I'll take more gems. I'll take more roughs. That'd be awesome. So does the gold claw. It takes some time to get used to, but so does the banjo pan. You have to have that opening and shutting the drawer, as Mike Pum would say, right? Opening and shutting the drawer action to get that banjo pan to work right. And I'd want to dip it sometimes, and when I was first doing it, but when I got it during beta testing, I think we might even have some other beta testers in the house. It was all frozen here. You'll like the banjo pan, Thomas, and it works great as a cleanup sluice in the shop. That's all I can say. It works great as a cleanup sluice in the shop. It works great in the field for moving a lot of material. No classifying. I bet you could even use it as a sluice on the river. Just shovel in, open, close the drawer, go through a bunch of material, and I can't, but Mike Pun can dry pan it, and with practice, I'm sure you could use it in the state forest there when you have little to no water and it's bone dry. The Garrett Gold Trap pan, I've had some. I like the Garretts, but you know, it's my preference. I like the Super Sluice too, but it's kind of big. The thing I like about the Banjo pan and the Gold Claw is the Banjo pan goes right on my backpack, no problem. The Gold Claw goes right in my backpack, no problem. And the same way with, I think it's in my water, my little Pioneer pans. And the little, I haven't used that one yet, Mark. Best tool to catch beach sand? I would do exactly what Mike Pung uses and made his gold cube for. David, the gold cube. You have fine talcum powder sand, gold on the beach placers, lots of black sands, and if I remember right, Mike, you made the gold cube because you did a lot of plastering on Lake Superior, right? So to capture that fine beach gold, I could see the gold cube being great at it, and that's what Mike Pung was using when he was with David Ulrich of Spin It Off just a few days ago. I you know, it's one of two things. You're either going to use a beach box designed a lot like what they use up in Nome or Keen Engineering's beach box. Then you have to think about a pump and all that. With the gold cube on the beach, you can do a recycling system right there in your work area, like I've seen Mike doing on Lake Superior? Also on the beaches of Washington with David? That's how I would mine the beach. Instead of setting up a high banker or a big beach box or something, I would definitely go with the cube it or lose it. Yeah, and Patrick, you have the trommel, and I know you really like that. I agree, Dennis. The gold cube for beach plastering. I think it's hands down, no question about it. Out of all the tools I've seen out there for mining, remember, high bankers are for high benches, you know. Some take more water than others. You could use a little recycling setup, you know, a Gold Buddy or something, but I don't know. If it ain't a beach box designed for the beach or with like Miracle Mat or Gold Hog matting, which I hear they work great. I can't say they do or not, but I know the gold cube would, without a doubt. I'll have to try out that Garrett. Maybe I'll buy one of the kits. Maybe Garrett will send me one. I don't know. I'll have to try it. I'm not totally crazy about getting every pan on the market, you know. My favorite pan of all times is the blue Klondike pan. I don't think you can even find it anymore. But since I can't find the Klondike, and my Klondike's in Washington and Vancouver, or no, actually it's up by Olympia. I like the Pioneer pans. I really like them. I like the blue color. I like the riffles for a traditional pan. But not everybody, Thomas. More need to give me pans. Yeah, that's true. People do just give you pins. Now, as someone who doesn't make a living off of gold prospecting, Dennis, my brother from Pollock Acres, Butt Nugget Farm, that guy probably has 150 pans of all various sizes and shapes in his shop. True. That is all of us. What time is it? My phone's there. The tablet's here. I don't have a watch. So, did everybody get out to do any digging over the weekend? I did not. Toledo, Jess, and I worked here in the studio and took care of some stuff, or in my shed and took care of some stuff. But I know Patrick got out. Gary Robinson, another school time friend, is in the house. Hey Gary, how you doing? It's 8 o'clock? Alright, thank you. Alright, so an hour for those here on the Eastern Standard Time. Prospectors Radio, their West Coast edition, starts at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Go support our friends over at Gold Prospectors Space. Well, I hear you guys been getting a lot of water and stuff up there, down there, Victor. Victor's in Southern California now in Orange County, the actual area where I grew up in, and he prospects the East Fork San Gabriel River quite a bit. Excellent, Mark. Excellent. Bedrock's a good thing. Did you hear about that landslide in Forest Falls? You should, I believe that's the Santa Ana River. You should go up into Forest Falls and pass Forest Home Christian Conference Ground and go up there, find out where that landslide went. And a lot of earth moved. I bet you could probably find some nugs. Oh, and David Bogan's another Californianer from Kern County, living in Georgia now. On the East Fork San Gabriel, Victor? I wish you could find that platinum nugget we found on the South Fork Nooksack. I'd love a picture of that. Nice, nice, nice. Well, I'll eventually get out west, Victor, and when I do, I'll let you know. Maybe I'll even make a big loop, see Mom in Vancouver, and head down to SoCal and do some prospecting with you on the San Gabriel. Still looking for that platinum nugget? Well, hopefully you'll find it. I'm sure it's somewhere with all your other gold. All right, well, right on. Well, I hope my bucket hopper's doing you good, Jerome. Are you is it finding gold for you? Easier said than done, April. Tell you what, Ronald, to do stuff like that, I have to have more of a budget than the dental floss budget I have right now. But viewers can always help with the growth of my productions and what Toledo Jess and I are able to do and able to go to. There's a link up above for my Patron page. Become a patron. It'd be greatly appreciated. I have several different options, and then I could have the funds to go to Las Vegas for the Gold Show. Go down to Georgia. Go to wherever it may be to do what I want to bring to you, my viewers. I'd love to go to the Vegas show. Everyone said, you need to go to the Vegas show. You need to go to the Vegas show. Oh, I'd love to go, but shoot. Only way I'd be able to afford it, really honestly, is probably a hitchhiker. Get a ride with a truck driver or I don't know. We'll see, because, you know, I make jack diddly squat off my videos. A free product here and there. It's not even really all mine. It's ours. Free gold pan now and then, and some help with this and that. And all my sponsors, they really don't pay me. They don't pay me at all. They give me things to give to you. It's pretty much all my sponsors do at the moment. But, you know, if something happens and I can come into some money, or I miraculously get a round-trip ticket paid for Las Vegas, I'd go. But I don't know. I can't make a commitment to it, so I won't. Yeah, I can imagine it does, Dennis. I can imagine it does. Shoot. I can imagine it does. I'd love to go to the Vegas show. That's right. I need it for two, because my partner Toledo Jess would have to come with me also. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Derek Simmons, another Indiana Gold Prospectors in the house. He's been doing really well at a place known as Pirates Pit. Thank you, David. You know, there's been lots of times I felt like just throwing in the towel, saying, this ain't worth the arguments with Judy about over spending money for gas and stuff and cameras and what I want to expand on technology and sometimes I'm like, dude, am I touching anybody, or does anybody really give a hoot or anything or whatever? And then someone like you, David, will go, you know, we really appreciate it. You do help us, Ed. Thanks for doing it, Ed, Jesse. And that kind of lights a fire under my hiney again and sort of helps with my morale and gives me more motivation to do more for you, my viewers. And Jesse and I try and brainstorm to come up with better videos all the time. I don't have the equipment on the computer and editing like Darcy Cooper or Jeff Williams does. But I'm kind of old and I'm trying to learn as I go. And as you can tell from videos from '08 to now, I sure hope they've gotten a lot better. Thanks, Dennis. Keep on keeping on. Thank you, Derek. Thank you. Well, Gold Rush Days is only 2 hours away, 2.5 hours away, Ronald. I'm sure I'll be at Gold Rush Days here over the Labor Day weekend. Hey, Mr. Crawford, how are you doing, Brian? Thanks for joining us. Awesome, Thomas. Thank you very much, Thomas. I enjoy your videos too. I really liked how you showed off the Swank West property with your drone, and I liked your videos over at Morgan Monroe, and I believe I've seen some of you at Yellow Bottom or Yellowwood. That could be Randy Hunt though too. Gold Rush Days is at the Swank West property of the GPAA. It's a leased property in Belleville, Ohio, along the Clear Fork River of the Mohegans. Beautiful property, beautiful property. The Buckeye chapter does an excellent job of the upkeep on it. There's porta potties, plenty of room for RVs. It's a beautiful, beautiful leased property. If you want to know more about Gold Rush Days, the Buckeye Chapter's Gold Rush Days, go to buckeyegold.com, and I believe it should be in the events on that website. People there would be like Thomas Folks, Thomas Folks, and Ronald, and Brian, and Derek, Dennis, Dick Goldsmith will be there, Toledo Jesse Mendez will be there, David B. will be there. Hopefully we'll talk David Bogan and coming up with him and Mita. Maybe Jerome will be there. He's a Buckeye chapter member. Derek, I'm going to get my M-Shot training. I've been wanting to get it. I've been talking to the guy at work, but I want to get it. And when I get it, please take me to Pirate Pit. Well, y'all, I think I'm going to call it a night. I was racking my head on what to do for the show. But I'll see y'all next week. Probably be a little later like it was tonight instead of around 7. Probably around 8. I don't want to interfere with Prospectors Radio at all. Thank you all again for joining me. Thank you very much, Mike Punt, for visiting. Thank you all. See you in the chat room at Prospectors Radio, maybe. And may you always have a flash in your pan. And you know what I always say, maybe one day too, I will see you on the river. See y'all. Oh yeah, Victor. Stay in touch, bro. Good night.